If you're watching this when you should be working, chances are you're already on a pretty bumpy road, my friend. A bumpy road. Welcome back. Okay, I believe in being as fair and as equal as possible, so if I make fun of 50% of the population in one video, the other 50% should be prepared for a whooping in another video. Kinda like today. A few weeks ago I posted a video called Are You a Bad Customer?, which was meant to determine whether or not you were getting bad customer service because the business sucked, or because you do. If you haven't seen that video yet, don't worry. I'm gonna put a link to it up on your screen. I'm also gonna make sure that it's the very first link down in the description box. So pause this video, go take a look. I'll be waiting. Actually, you know what? I'll pause the video for you. You back? Good. Hi. I hope you guys liked it, and liked it. These aren't easy to make. Now that video seemed to catch some really great attention from you guys. The comments section and my private messages blew up for days after it, but there was one common comment. That was hard to say. The thing that I was hearing the most was some kind of form of, I'm only a bad customer if the customer service sucks. Now I don't necessarily agree with that because to me it just kind of sounds like an excuse to be a douchebag, but I can understand where that thought process comes from. Sometimes people just suck at their jobs. You may even have somebody in mind right now who just sucks at everything that they do except for, being terrible, because that they're good at. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. Try to find the category that that person that you're thinking of fits into nicely. Ooh. But hopefully you don't fit into any of them. That would be embarrassing. Here we go. Number 1. The Math Master. This is that employee who's broken their paycheck down from dollars and cents into energy output, and they refuse to put in any more effort than their paycheck dictates. It could be their job to wash dishes at a restaurant, but they are not getting paid enough to empty the water out of the sink when they're done. 30 dishes plus 45 glasses equals a complete workday to these people, and they're not going to put in any more effort than that. So don't bother asking. Now with that being said, I don't expect people to put in work that they're not getting compensated for. But the Math Master usually feels that they deserve to be paid more for the work that they're doing, without putting in any effort to show that they deserve, or will continue to deserve, a pay increase. Like, if you're putting in the work and you deserve a raise, ask for a raise, but to expect a raise for no reason other than you just want more money, it is the sense of entitlement that makes a Math Master suck at their job. Number 2, the texter. This one's pretty obvious. Have you ever had the experience where you walk into a store and the person behind the counter is looking down at their phone the entire time, either like watching a YouTube video, a bumpy road, or playing a video game? For me, it doesn't matter if I am buying Burger King or Prada. If I see somebody behind the counter texting, I instantly do not want to spend my money in that store anymore. Back in the day when I was a kid. Back when I first started working, you could get fired if you had your phone with you during business hours. I remember accidentally having my phone in my pocket when I clocked in for my shift, and I had a true feeling of guilt and fear until my break that my phone might ring because people didn't text back then. I'm old. But now it's like if you don't have constant access to the internet, it almost feels like someone turned off your anesthesia during a major surgery, and now you're gonna have to suffer through agony for hours. Huh. That got dark. Number 3. Ow. The magnet. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Oh. I hope you are ready to relate on a deep, spiritual level. Have you ever walked into a store where the employees that work there are so eager to make commission that they practically jump onto your face? Now let me be totally clear, I am not talking about casual greetings or when people talk about the specials or even the second check-in where they're making sure that you're doing okay, because all of that stuff is just fantastic customer service. All of that is good, keep doing that. What I'm talking about is the employee who follows you all the way around the store giving you every single detail about every single item that you even glance at. And they're gonna keep doing it even if you're very obviously trying to get them to leave you alone. This is the type of an employee where you feel like you just woke up from a drunken Las Vegas adventure and now you're married to some crazy stranger who won't stop following you around, won't give you a divorce, and won't stop using your last name. That was specific. Straight up, this employee is going to be in the next X-Men movie where you're gonna play Metal and they're gonna play Magneto, just like this employee makes you miss the texter because at least they left you alone. Number 4, the shrugger. The absolute dislike that I have for the shrugger, it is so real. This employee is so uninvested with their job that it doesn't even matter what question you ask them, it will always be answered with, I don't know. Hey, how's it going? I don't know. Do you have this in a smaller size? I don't know. Do you feel emotions? I don't know. Have you ever put in a solid day's work in your entire life? I don't know. Now, if you're training, that is totally different. Not a single person goes into a job knowing every single detail about it. But if you just remain unwilling to learn and then go for weeks and months and sometimes even years with the same amount of knowledge in that company that you started with, then you suck at your job. Number 5.
The poltergeist.
For those of you that aren't super familiar with the world of the paranormal, a poltergeist is an entity that is known to cause kind of unfamiliar, sometimes unsafe, and almost always unwanted experiences and sensations. These entities come in 2 forms: spiritual and customer service. I went to a store the other day and waited at the till for over 5 minutes just for the cashier to show up and ring me through. She finally shows up and silently walks behind the counter to the till, grabs onto all of the stuff that I have on the counter, and starts throwing it into bags. Now I always try to talk to the people that are like assisting me in stores, so completely sincerely and without any passive aggression I said, hey, how's your day going today? And this lovely lady responds to me by rolling her eyes, sighing, and saying, ugh, whatever. And she's still throwing my stuff into bags. Now, you may have noticed this about me, but if you haven't, let me just make something perfectly clear. I have 0 problem with confrontation. If you make me upset, I'm not the type of person to get revenge, but I'm absolutely not going to let it continue. Now, sometimes that means that I'll drop the pleasantries and ask you very openly and honestly if there's something that I've done that has offended you, which is causing you to treat me improperly. Other times, I'll ask that you treat my merchandise in a way that I can actually use it in the future. But sometimes, I'll tell you how much of a lovely lady you're being, ask for your manager, make a formal complaint, and recommend that the employee in question be reprimanded. You can take a guess which one I chose to go for. There are a lot of really great employees in the world, but some of them really suck. I know you've probably got some great customer service horror stories, so please let me know what your worst story was down in the comments section below. I'm going to be reading absolutely all of them, and who knows, maybe I'll mention your story in one of my upcoming videos, so check back. That's it for today though. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, or if you can relate, make sure you let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. Join the conversation down in the comments section below, and if you're new here and you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I make videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you very soon. Bye.